Hey book nerds, welcome back to my channel, The Book Nerd. Today I wanted to give you the update on my Read-a-Thon, so what was it called, the ScallyWagAThon that I was supposed to be participating in, or that I attempted to participate in. So update is, it was an epic fail. I'm not surprised. I picked the busiest week to actually try to do one of these read-a-thons. I work as an instructor at a college, and it was the last week of classes, and I was doing a lot of grading, and just frankly, the book that I was reading I wasn't that interested in, so it was taking me forever. But here we go with what I did. So the first book that I was supposed to have finished, and actually did finish, is this book. So Too Much? Yeah, Too Much and Never Enough. I think that's the exact title. Yeah, Too Much and Never Enough. This book is by Mary L. Trump, and I'll talk a little bit more about this book in a minute. And the good news is I did start this book. So I'm happy to have started this book. It is starting off good. There's a little bit about, or a lot about, colorism so far, which is an interesting topic amongst African Americans, Black people, and probably other people of color. Colorism plays a part in their lives as well. So it's starting off really good. This is going to be the book that I'm doing the book club discussion with on August 31st. So if you have read it, please join us on August 31st. If you haven't read it, get a copy and read it. I encourage you to do so. So this book is called The Vanishing Half, and it's by Brit Bennett. And I always forget that when I'm on the camera, but yeah, so the book is by Brit Bennett, and the book is about two twins that disappear or run away when they're 16 years old, and then their lives, and then they end up leading separate lives, and then their lives end up intersecting again. So they come from this small town, and just what I'm reading so far is really interesting about this small town, but again, it's highly so far based on colorism. So far I'm loving the writing of Brit Bennett. This is my first book that I've read by Ms. Bennett, and so I'm probably now going to go get the other book. I think it's called The Mothers. So just by the first few pages that I've been reading on this one alone. So excited about this one. Was not excited about this one. So a little bit about that. I'll just do a little review on it. If I was to give this book a rating, it would be about a 3. And it's not because the author is like a bad writer or anything. It was just not my style. So the author does a lot of back and forth. So like you're in one point in time, and then all of a sudden kind of talking about something else back in time. So that kind of just didn't work for me. The way that it transitioned, it didn't work for me. Another thing is it was interesting. So if you're a psychology major, this is probably going to be highly interesting. And I like psychology, but it was just a lot. I thought they were going to focus more on one particular person, the person that's on the cover, but it really talked about the whole family as a whole, and the dynamics set forth in that family, which produced the current president in office. And it was just, I got bored a lot, but it's really hard to describe, but it was interesting. So it was interesting but boring. I couldn't connect with this family. Not that my family is perfect in any way or anything like that, but I just couldn't connect with all the things that they were talking about, real estate and building and banks and all this stuff going on. But all I know is a lot of stuff according to this author, so I'm going to put it like that, according to this author, and who is the niece and who is in that family, so or in this family. So yeah, it just wasn't for me, but it was a good book, and the last 2 chapters were actually really good. So that's when the author finally correlated what happened and what is taking place now. It gives the actions, the why to the actions that we see today. Because I've always just wondered, why would somebody do this? And this sums it up. Those last 2 chapters sums it up very well. And so as you can see, the last 2 chapters, I have them tagged, and I don't usually tag my books. But there's so many quotes and aha moments in these pieces and in that piece of the book or part of the book that I just was flagging it, and that part made it really interesting. So yeah, those are my thoughts about that book. You know, it just depends. I've seen 4 stars, I've seen 5 stars, I've seen 1. You know, it just depends on what you like. So again, the author, highly intelligent, great, you know, great writing, a lot of big words, definitely smart, and all of that. It just wasn't for me. So that's not a surprise, but I just wanted to finish it and dive into it anyway. So with that being said, again, I want to remind everyone that's going to be reading The Vanishing Half that we will be talking about it on August 31st. So I'll be filming and talking about it and posing questions, and then people can pose questions and give their feedback in the comments. It will be a spoiler. I will put spoiler up on that particular video so that you know if you don't want to hear, you know, the ins and outs in depth about that particular book. In terms of readathons, I may be able to do another one if another comes up, but last week just wasn't the time, so I tried. I may try again, we'll see. So that's all I have to say for today. Look out next week as I'll be talking about my anticipated reads for September. I'm really excited because I'm in the mood to read some mystery, some suspense, so I'm going to pick out some books and see if I'm going to be able to get through all of them that I want to in September. Finally, please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit thumbs up if you like this video. And thank you for supporting me thus far. Be book nerdy and be blessed.